party people, comic crusaders and lovers of all things alien and awesome. Strap in because this episode is out of this world. I got not one, but two intergalactic creative heavyweights in the building today, baby. Now, first up, you already know him. He is the screenwriting legend behind Static Shock, Ben 10, Spider-Man, Green Lantern, the animated series Mucha Lucha, JJ the Jet Plane. I mean, the man's resume reads like the golden age of Saturday morning cartoons. My God, the one and only Mr. Ernie Altbacker. How you doing, brother? How you feeling?
How you doing? Pretty good. Pretty good.
Excellent. Now, thank you for coming. But first, we got to do something else, bro, because today, joining him is the cosmic co-pilot of this wild ride. He's an artistic powerhouse that's bringing Area 51 secret to life with mind-melting visuals. We got to give it up for the big boss himself, Josh White, baby. How you doing?
Hello. Good, man. The co-pilot. I like that.
Yeah, man. Folks, these two mad geniuses here just doing a dope Kickstarter that just got funded, all right? And, we have a lot more time to go. Area 51 Studios issue numero dos, all right? So this is a follow-up to this sci-fi smash that blew our minds with conspiracy cover-ups and comic book brilliance. So grab those tinfoil hats and alien detectives, folks, because we're about to beam into the creative universe of Ernie and Josh and talk everything Area 51 Studios now that it's live. So let's go, baby. Wepa. So, fellas, thank you for coming on. Ernie, thank you for coming back. I promise you, like, when the project is live, I needed you back because we need to show off this beautiful art, this beautiful book, this dope project, and I'm so happy that you're here 2 weeks after I think we spoke about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. This baby is funded with 15 days to go. So, woo!
Yes. Oh,
yeah. And folks, this is the link right there below. I'm going to show off right there. All right. So go ahead. We have 15 days to go. That is 2 paychecks, 2 pay periods. So don't be playing with me. You either get paid this week or next. But go ahead and support amazing indie comic books, man, by my man Ernie and Josh. Now, this is it, brother. Again, congrats on that. What's the energy like now that the mothership is like it's funded? You got 15 days to go. Like, how do you celebrate the hitting the goal so far?
Well, I mean, I really like hitting it early. The last time it was in our last week, in the middle of our last week, there was like 3-4 days to go, and we got it, and it was like,
you were sweating.
Oh, thank God. I mean, because I didn't really know about the lulls. The way it goes is there's like activity. The first day is huge. The second day is pretty big. We had an odd thing where I was on a couple podcasts, a couple live podcasts, and people decided to get it while we were talking. So we had like 4 days in, 5 days in, we had another spike. And then it was just like nothing for a while. This time it was like the first 2 days. And then it was like, the Sargasso Sea. We were just becalmed in the ocean. And then we hit another little like whirlwind. And yesterday it got it. I was like,
yeah,
whatever. Like 6 people came on board yesterday, and yet another draw me in. People like the way Josh draws people in, I guess. Josh, you've drawn them in. Ooh,
oh man,
famous, man, immortalized.
I dig it. So any lessons learned, though, from launching that one that you think that helped number 2 get funded so fast as compared to the first? Was there anything different you did that you know of? Because again, it's about, finding the secret sauce, right? Because the next project will be funded in a day, I'm sure.
Oh, I would hope so. But you know what? So in our first one, we didn't know what we were doing. And so we were making all the new mistakes. Even though we read some stuff, nothing really gets you prepared for it until you're live, and you're like, oh crap! And literally, we had kind of this poor start where it was like the first day was only like $300 because one of the reasons was we had like 8 followers, and I had put them on. It was like my sister, like Josh's sister, right?
Family,
so
yeah.
Like I was just throwing those people on there. So no one had actually signed on. And apparently having 8 followers to your project is not the optimal number that usually people will start their project on. And I was talking with a friend of mine who's done a bunch of these, and he goes, so how many followers did you start with? And I go, 8. And he goes, excuse me, 80?
He goes,
I go, no, 8. And he's like, oh my God, they shouldn't have even let you start, man. They should have just been like, no, man, you're doing this wrong. But so, we freaking somehow made it, right?
Yeah. Amazing, though.
So yeah, there's one thing we did different this time. I mean, we didn't get 100. We did. Other people are like, I don't start without 400. I'm like, you're crazy. If I had 400 people who were going to be doing this, that would be something. But we had 40, so I increased it by 5 times, and I think that's what got us off to a really fast start. We increased it, but that's mostly my bailiwick there. Josh does the art, man. He's
what about
like, do the art? I will do the marketing as best I can, dude.
Yeah, what about you, Josh? You know, I didn't get to talk to you last time, so tell me a little bit about yourself. Like, where you're originally from, the first thing you ever fell in love with in pop culture.
Well, I'm down here in Tucson, Arizona, and I mean, first thing I fell in love with, probably Star Wars, honestly.
Okay.
You know, comic book wise, you know, probably X-Men is my earliest comic books that I was buying. And then I had quite a bit of Image stuff like Spawn and Savage Dragon, Youngblood, and some of that stuff.
Who put you on to comics? What was it? A self-find? Did you have siblings? Was it your parents?
You know, my parents were pretty open-ended about, you know, what we could sort of explore, which is kind of funny because my dad was a pastor, and he was like, you know, whatever you're interested in, see what's up. And so we had a comic shop right next to the grocery store that we went to. And so whenever my parents went shopping, we'd just go to the comic shop, and my brother and I would pick up comics, and that was sort of the, you know, just great experience seeing new stuff out, you know, learning new we didn't know anything, and we just went in and started really getting into comics and, you know, new issues, and it was a good time. It was a good time.
It sounds like that. Now, tell me the story of the Promance. How did Ernie hook you into this dope project here?
You know, it was pretty organic. You know, I mean, when Ernie and I met, we sort of clicked from our humor and our personalities gel pretty well. He just had a couple of, well, actually more than a couple, but a few ideas, and we kind of batted back and forth on some different things that he's done and some ideas that I had, and kind of reading. He said, hey, you know, I got this novella, you know, why don't you read through this and see what you think? And I read probably, you know, a quarter of it, and I was like, this looks pretty cool. And it's sort of like it was a you know, like a one-shot story in the sense that we could get it done in about 100 pages or so, and we didn't have to like come up with a plot or anything. We had an existing story that worked really well, and I liked them an awful lot. And it you know, it makes you laugh, and so it's like I feel like this one's got, you know, all the components for us to put a project together, because we hadn't worked before together. So I thought it was a pretty good kickoff point.
Excellent.
You know, I also sensed from Josh, like, he was getting back into it. He definitely had some cool ideas. Just looking around his art, I was like, oh, this could be a comic. This could be a series, you know, right? And he was just like, yeah, let's talk about that one later. I really like yours, right? We usually that's the fight, right? It's like, do mine, you do. Right. I think he was like, I don't want to screw up my really good idea. Let's do this. Let's do his first and see how it comes out.
Let me test the water with your stuff, buddy boy.
I have always sensed a little of that in the background, but I was happy. I was like, I know this guy can do it, you know?
Yeah.
All right. So how did your creative partnership evolve, though, between the first and second issue now? Because, I mean, between the first and I think you would be creating a little flow, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think, you know, the first one, we spent a lot of time on foundation. We spent a lot of time on how it looked, some of the visual language of the world, because I had pitched a couple of different ways that the comic could look, and so we picked a visual style that we could kind of do quickly, and it could also be adapted to other stuff. And the idea was like, we wanted to be able to put a lot of really interesting stuff in it. And so a lot of it was just baseline world building. Here's what these characters look like. Here's what this character looks like. And we sort of fleshed out the bottom level of this before we really jumped into it. So, it took a good, 6 to 8 months to kind of fill all that stuff out, just get all of the initial look and feel done.
I mean, all that character design stuff. And to his credit, sometimes he just nailed it. I was like, oh, that's great. I didn't know what the guy looked like. Like ZB, I describe him a little bit, but he's just like, he looks like a businessman, right? He's got a suit on. But Josh's drawing just gave it like such life. And I'm like, oh, that's him. This is great. Another ones we had to do, he had to try a couple times, but nothing crazy, right? That fell in there pretty fast. I think. Oh, the one that was we went back and forth on was the insect ones. There's a butterfly woman in issue 2, and it was like, does she have hair? Does she not? Is it smooth? Are we going the proboscis or more of the face? And then, what pattern are the butterfly wings? And so we were looking through butterflies late one night, and I'm like, I got one right here, and I got one right here, And Josh was like, okay, I can use those colors, but I want to change stuff up. And so that took a bit, but the flow is bumping much better on the second one because we have all that stuff. We know what the world is. At first, Josh was putting in a lot more detail. And not only was it slower, I'm like, I don't know if the jokes are landing as well because the characters are like a little too, real. Yeah. Like I want this to be kind of a fantastical story that you can have parallels to the real world, but obviously, whatever, right? And so then I was like, well, what if you archerized it a little bit, made it a little simpler? And he's like, well, then it would go a lot faster. And then he did a couple pages, and I was like, this is better. It's better and faster. So why don't we do this?
Right. And you were comfortable with that, Josh, and making that change?
Oh yeah, I think that's one of the strengths that we kind of have working together is we're either of us, like you can tell tentatively some of the conversations, Ernie is like, what would you feel about, maybe changing, I don't know. And I'm like, you just say what you need. And he's like, I don't like this character. We're like, done, we'll change him, and you can kind of tell some artists will just die on every hill they can get their hands on.
They were, bro.
You know what I mean? So I'm a little bit less like merit. There's certain things that I think are worth fighting for, but like in general, if it's going to benefit the project, then I don't have any problem rethinking how something's going to work or how a character. My only thing is like, hey man, if we're going to change something, we got to change it now, or else we're locked in because we can't just alter something later when everything's finished. We've got like, if you want to do something, this is the stage we can do it in. So we're like sketching stuff out, and so yeah, but we're pretty, I think, open to making, changes on each other's stuff. I might suggest a line change. He might suggest an art change, and we're pretty open collectively to, making those adjustments.
And is all this being done, remotely, if you will, or are you guys neighbors that could hang out at a local pub?
No, it's all on. I'm here in Tucson, and Ernie's over in LA, so it's.
It's only it's this.
You can't take a cab over.
Right. Yeah.
I should say for those who are listening, just the quick elevator pitch of this is everything that you know about Area 51 is wrong. It's actually a studio complex where your cheaper aliens come to film galactic reality shows and movies because it's a backwater that they can get great prices at. That's, so it's kind of like Seth Rogen's The Studio, or if you're as old as me, Larry Sanders Show, mixed with Men in Black. So that's the thing.
Some of these youngers gonna be, who's Larry Sanders?
Yeah, he's the guy who started a lot of this.
Yes, he did. Yeah, absolutely right.
You're like, oh, The Office is so great. I'm like, well, Larry Sanders did it first.
Yes, he did. You know what? We're talking about the project. We've been teasing about this project, and folks, check this out. This is the link right here. My man Ernie shortened it up for us, all right? Make it look pretty, easy to read, right? The link is in the notes, but it's also below, all right? And now check this out. I'm gonna show you guys the trailer to the project, but before I do that, my guys here, Ernie and Josh, are amazing. For every Crusader that is tuned in right now, baby, yo, there's an exclusive 20% off the comic. There's a code right there on the screen. But guess what? We make it easy for you. It's in the show notes. So go look at the show notes real quick. Hit those links, click them, and make it rain on my boys here. All right, make that money rain, baby. Now, let's do this, man. We got this dope project lined up. Check out the trailer so we can talk more about Area 51. I'm digging that art, man. Look at that. Lettering's great too.
Thanks, man.
You doing the lettering?
Josh does.
Yeah, I did the animation.
Oh, word. Very nice. Look at his art, man. Who doesn't know that scene up there?
There you go.
Oh man, he reminds me of Ned Flanders a little. What a name, Zephyro Boom.
ZB.
Yeah, man. As the saying goes, splat happens. What's an splat?
Well, it's basically, the saying, shit happens. Well, it's an alien word for that is unsplat.
Oh, word. So when the 3-eye Atlas lands over here, we're gonna tell them, unsplat. All right,
exactly. It's one of the many alien languages, man. So
thank you, folks. If you need to learn some alien languages, please reach out to Ernie. You can follow him on Facebook, and hopefully, when the aliens land, he could help us with the language. Now, folks, check it out, man. We have 52 backers over here. Yeah, baby. 15 days to go. 2023 of a goal of 2,000. So we have 15 days to go. We got to make it rain a whole lot more. Oh man, and look at this amazing cover right here. Now talk to me about this amazing cover. What's going on here? Who's
Josh.
who?
Well, we've got Professor Fordham and his cat Morris. So you'll learn a little bit more about what the cat's doing in the story. But he's kind of a pretty big contributor to the storyline. And Ernie's going to have to tell you the name of these aliens because I can never remember. But, they're sort of like, they're multi-limbed sort of like pilots that are paired together. And this is one of the observational ships for Earth that just kind of like keeps tabs on everything. But yeah, he'll have to pronounce the name because I can never get it right.
But I would say the name is freaky as the look, because Jesus Christ, these aliens look weird.
Yeah, it's man, they're the Tylopst or something like that. This used to be. It started up from a novella that I had. And while I was doing the novella, it's basically a love letter to everything that inspired me, whether it's movies or television or books. And so there's a lot of people in there that you'll see names that are like, I go, oh, the Tyrion, the Tyrion, meaning a race, right? And Tyrion, that's from Game of Thrones, right? So that's their thing. Easy ones are like, oh, it's General Kubrick, because I like Stanley Kubrick. But Zephril Boone is basically a nod toward Zaphod Beeblebrox, right? I wanted him to have the same ZB as the Life, the Universe, and Everything, and Restaurant at the end, like a Douglas Adams type thing.
Okay.
So I put in all these little nods and whatever, and now Josh is kind of doing it for the comic. And the great thing is, if you're like, I don't know if it's going to be a 4-issue thing, it's like, I'll wait until all 4 issues are there. Well, there is also we have the novella. We have a printed copy of the novella that we made in campaign number 1, or nice. A digital copy. So if you'll always know the ending, like if I get run over by a car or something, you'll always have the
yeah, they pull out that final page. Hold up, I finish reading.
You know what? I mean, it did run through my mind when Stephen King got hit by that car. I'm like, no, the Dark Tower.
Oh man,
he hasn't
finished. All right. God,
he hasn't finished. Like, no, come on, pull through.
Ernie was about to go to the hospital, put a pen in his hand. He's like, you better start writing. All right, now
just give me the last line. Just
right, please.
Tell me how it ends, sir. Tell me.
Yeah.
Whisper into my ear.
I mean, look at his artwork, Josh. Man, what type of headspace do you get into? Because I'm just looking at this sequence right here. Whoa, the coloring. It looks like I'm watching animation stills, bro. It's popping. That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's not unlike that. Like when Ernie sort of, walks me through what we want to build for, because we're changing it for the comics that it fits the format. I mean, in my head, I'm kind of building storyboards in the same way I would do if you wanted to create any kind of animated or comic thing. So I'm thinking about it from almost like a story script where what's the camera doing, where are we at, that kind of thing.
Gotcha. Now, Josh, let me ask you, walk us through your process then. Like, do you have a go-to soundtrack or a vibe when you start drawing these aliens and these secret agents and whatnot?
You know what? I put on abstract lo-fi beats.
Oh, lo-fi is dope, yes.
Yeah, just like lo-fi stuff. And I'm, like the challenge is coming up with ideas that you haven't seen in other, things. And so, my main thinking is like, okay, what sort of planets exist out there that are going to be different from ours, and how's that going to affect the creature and the people that live there? So, if they have no gravity, what does that do to them, right? So they might be lighter than air and they're floating. Well, they're not going to have sidewalks and stuff, and they might not have the same sort of like appendages we do. And so it's sort of like, to me, I like thinking about reverse engineering the environment. Yes. And then what does that do to the creatures that live on that planet? Like we have like these snake creatures, and so they're not going to be looking at things visually. So we have like their television sets are like heat maps, so they can sense what's on the screen by the heat signature on it.
What?
So it's like,
so they new modern Wi-Fi.
They watch with their tongues. If you go
down,
they're
watching the heat.
If you go down a little bit, you'll see there are 3.
Oh, I love this panel, man.
Yeah, that's the intro. I love that one. Go down a little bit, you'll see there's some. There's preview. All right, look at that first thing. Remember those floaty aliens he was talking about?
Oh yeah,
they're on the right. And what I thought was great, I pictured them as more like gaseous and graceful, and instead he's got these like floating pigs, right? And then I'm like, what's on the bottom there? And he goes, oh, those are like vestigial legs. Like they haven't used them, but they still just dangle there. And I'm like, man, that's really freaky. And you never told me that lo-fi beat weird thing, man. That's a little scary. It's unsettling, Josh. It's unsettling.
No, man, it's groovy, dude.
Look at the little detail on the right. If you see the alien, first, it's going to be our title card. That's one of the things we got to change, actually, is make it a little bigger. Josh put his name so tiny, and even tinier than mine. You might be able to, you see mine on the bottom. He jammed his into a little box. Yeah. But look at that, like the teeth. You can see these molars on the top, but they go 4 levels deep. And I'm like, did you really draw this one? It's like, yeah, that one hasn't come out yet. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
And what's up with these bougie eggs over here? They're like bougie ass eggs.
Yeah, they want to go to Mardi Gras. And the guy's like, man, you need bodysuits. You cannot go like
I think you need bodies, period.
Well, a lot of these people, now he's actually a human. Zephyril Boone, our guy right there, our lead in the suit.
Okay.
He is a Patab alien, and it is like a little squid type thing that's basically puppeting this body, this human-esque body.
Oh, really?
So he gets to go outside and interact with people on Earth. We haven't gotten to that, but he
nice.
does, because he shoots stuff. This guy's been here for thousands of years. The studio existed way before we named it Area 51. And so he did projects like the Black Plague and, the Peloponnesian War, Midway, the Battle of Midway. Like, these were all things he brought cameras out. Oh, and I did want to tell you about this one here. It was great. our first guest cover. It's by Livio Ramondelli. And he does Transformers for IDW.
Yeah, he's a boss, man. I love his Transformers.
Okay, you know him? Yeah?
Yes.
If you look in the background in that reflection, you might see a couple things which may or may not be fighting Transformers.
Some type of robotic technology in the background. Yeah.
He actually pitched it. He actually pitched, like, I'd like to do a Matrix thing of them on the roof. And so I was like, okay, but since he's the producer, I want him giving script notes. So I want him on the phone and with our script. And that's actually the name of the show that we're putting on in the comic, is The Human Race.
Really? Okay.
On the front cover, which I think is pretty cool.
I was trying to think. Did Keanu make a call when he did that?
No, you did not. And then here's Josh. Here's Josh's variant cover.
Hey, I mean, of course, I should never have asked what his first love was, because it's very obvious.
I mean, Josh, throw him the complete front and the back in the private chat. You can put this up, but so I'm like, Josh, you got too much work. You got to finish this other stuff. I'm just going to get another person. We'll just go with 2 variant covers. And he's like, sure. And then he just springs it on me. It's like, yay, I did it in my spare time. I'm like, what spare time? You shouldn't have done it. And I couldn't stop him.
Don't you know how artists work? When they sleep, they actually have one eye open still and just one hand moving.
That's what he said. It's like, that's what I'm watching TV in bed with the wife. I'm just going to doodle a little bit. That's not real work.
He wasn't even looking at the page. He's just doing his shit, making believe he's paying attention to everything. Yeah, kids. Yeah, wifey. Yeah. Listen, man, I know what it is.
Crazy.
And look at the novella right there, right? If you want to read the whole John, this would be it right here, right?
Yeah, that's the novella. And those are the variant covers, both by Josh, that we did the first time, which was Men in Black, and that's actually a scene from 2001. But again, ZB's on the phone instead of carrying the air conditioner.
I thought that was the collider for a minute. I said, this guy's gonna get himself killed in there.
No, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but I love it, bro. Yeah, just by looking at it, no pun intended, but there is a lot of cinematic energy. And the series, and I could see this becoming an animated series. Like you said, I want to see the studio animated, and this would be the perfect way to do that. So much fun, space, comedy. Guys, man, what's up? What studios are you pitching this to? I know we got to finish the Kickstarter first, all right, for our fans here. But I think that this definitely needs to be a TV show.
Well, you know, I keep pitching it. I keep pitching it as it's like Seth Rogen's The Studio and Men in Black, hoping that somebody's going to buy it who's Seth Rogen's friend and going, hey, this guy keeps mentioning your name. You might like this.
You know what? All you gotta do, hey Seth, give him a good bag of weed.
That's my evil plan. That's my evil plan on it. Hey, you know what, Al? If you can click one of those sale links, you'll see the specials on the side. Like, just click one of them, and you should be able to see it.
Yep. Let me go ahead and get right into the first one. The 20% off the comic, right, folks?
Yeah, you can either do that, like a single printed comic, or a printed catch-up, so you can get 1 and 2. But if you use that link, actually, that is in, hit the, the rewards. Sorry.
Why are you doing this to me, guy? Hold on. Technology.
No, that's good, or it was good.
No, it wasn't good.
It wasn't good. Well, old Madonna. Old OG Madonna. Much better.
Yeah. What the hell is going on with my darn screen here? Okay, hold on.
I thought that was a weird subliminal message Josh put in with the owl from before. It was in the middle of that.
For some odd reason, it just doesn't look right ever on Google. And I don't understand why that's doing that to me now, because it is what it wants to do. So,
all right. Well, you know what? If they trust,
I'm bringing it up right now. Don't you worry. All right, but talk about it, because nobody wants to keep seeing an owl head.
It's a pretty cute owl, though. I mean,
It was. All right, so while I look for the link, right, for both of you, what's the most rewarding part of seeing fans rally behind the campaign, and make issue 2 a reality as it is now?
Well, the cool thing for me was how many repeat customers that we got that were like, man, it was really good. I don't know how to really take this, compliment of like, it surprised me how much I liked it, or you know what, it was way better than I thought it was going to be, and I'm like, thanks. But we got most of our 50, I'd say 35, 40 of them are repeat customers, Yeah, if you go down on that side,
it's
see
that secret one right there.
Yeah, see,
so you put in the link, the first reward is going to be the secret.
You see that? You won't see that on the regular page, folks. So click the links in the show notes. They're on your screen. Don't even copy that from there. Go to the show notes, click, and then you're gonna get this dope little secret, all right? And get taken care of. A nice dope little discount. Listen, with the holidays around the corner, this has an estimated delivery for December. So I mean, a great old stocking stuffer, folks, for your favorite comic book nerd in your life. Listen, put them on. Get them away from that superhero stuff. It gets corny after a while. We need some fun stuff. We need to laugh. You know what? This is the book for it right here. All right. Area 51 Studios. This is it, folks. And again, my man hooked you up right here. 20% off the comic. If you want to even get a throwback and get issue 1 to complement issue 2, all right, he even got 20% off for that. I don't know the link. So make sure you support this amazing project. It's right there, folks. It's area51comic.com/K. All right, so go there today. Fund right now. We got 15 days to go. Come on, baby. We got to make it happen for my man Ernie. All right, for my man Josh. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. Share.
It's like you're trying to get them to change their cable or something, man. I don't want to be. Hey, just take a look at the site. If you like it, I mean, one of the things that Josh and I also did, we looked at is like, what's selling. And I've done this before in animation. And it's like, if people are loving horror right now, you're too late for it. Yeah, like it's going to get crowded. The field is going to get crowded.
Like with the zombie rush, one hit zombie book. Oh my God! And we had 60,000 of them.
So we're like, let's try and go into some different field. where it's sci-fi, but it's not sci-fi war necessarily. It's sci-fi comedy, and
Sci-fi slice of life.
another
Exactly
compliment.
right.
Yeah, another compliment that I think Josh and I love getting is it made me laugh out loud. And apparently very few comic books do that, but we go for the joke like all the time.
Thank you.
We
Thank you.
attempt like say 3 per page. And so we figure out of 24 pages, if we can get you laughing out loud like 5 or 6 times, when's the last time that has happened? I know to me it would be like a decade or something.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've laughed, during a comic book read. Maybe one chuckle, but I mean, like, oh man, like hysterical. Where I pick up a phone, I haven't done that in a while. Like, yo, you guys got to see this page right now. Hold on, this is hysterical type shit. So, thank you for doing that. Again, this is what comic books is to me. It's not just supposed to be, beat 'em up. I want some fun. I want to laugh. I want to be entertained. Not everybody is into the superhero and stuff. So, I love that there are creators out there bringing us these different things. And I love the way you're thinking. Sci-fi slice of life comedy, heck yeah. Bring it, baby. Bring it. We need more of that. Fantastic. I am digging it. Now, if a real alien walked into your Kickstarter launch party today, which one of you is making first contact and which one is grabbing the camera?
You know what? I'm going to let Ernie do the talking on that. I'll grab the camera.
As the artist, I needed poses. Hold on.
Right? Yeah, I'm gonna need these visual references, man, for later on.
Ernie, he has just sacrificed you.
He just doesn't want to get probed. I think
that's true enough, man. He can let me know how it feels.
You got to tell him your name is not Cartman. Come on, bro. All right.
It's gonna be like I did make first contact among the humans with the alien race. It's like, how'd it go? Not great. I got probed a lot. All right.
Could you imagine? I got probed, and it didn't go very well, but at least they said have a clean rectum.
Yeah, they found polyps. They saved my life.
Yo, that would be hysterical in a comic book, man. They come here. The reason they do that is it's basically to save people from those types of diseases. It's hilarious. Now, all right. Okay, we're having fun. You see, this is a good thing right here. Now, what type of advice would you give those other creators out there that are trying to fund their first indie comic? Besides, don't start with 8 backers.
Yeah, I think that might be one of the more practical pieces of advice is, build a little bit. Like we didn't know we needed a pre-launch page to begin with. Just to get people interested in the thing. We were like, well, I guess we'll just fire this off into the ether and see what happens. And so don't do that. Like put some effort into the front end, talk to some people, give them some links, get some followers so that when it goes live, people we didn't even know it was going to go live instantly. We clicked.
You didn't even know that.
The button says it could take 3 days to approve, and we're like, okay, we'll hit the button on Monday, and then by Wednesday it might be live. And so Ernie hits the button, and it's live instantly, and we're like, uh-oh.
Oh shit, we got it. Yeah. We weren't at that far along where we had the pages. The pages existed, but we didn't have preview pages in the site. We had no art. We had the cover and
my God,
a couple pictures.
It was brutal.
It was like a website back in the day under construction, right?
Yeah. Instantly I'm trying to put together images to put on there because we didn't realize it'd be live right away.
Holy smacks.
It's just stuff like that. The second one, it felt just smoother because it was like, oh, I know when I click the button it's going to go live. I at least have the page filled out with all the details before we hit it. So that felt pretty good. That at least like we took the training wheels off on this one. Like we're still on a tricycle, but you know
what would have been funny? What would have been really funny is that when you hit the button for book 2, it would have taken 3 days.
I know, that would have been crazy.
I mean, yeah, it is. I mean, that's nerve-wracking because I was like, you know what? We'll have plenty of time. I need to go through the entire thing, the copy, and shorten the sentences and stuff. And it's like, oh shit, it's live, and I've got typos and misspellings and half sentences in there, and I'm the writer, you know. And I'm like, man, that's embarrassing. And I'm trying to fix it immediately, you know. Josh is like, I'll put in some pictures, so we're both changing it, but at the same time, we're just refreshing. And crap is changing.
Refreshing like madmen.
Stuff is popping on, and I'm like, oh, I guess I should write something about that. You know, I should say, here's some preview pages.
Oh man, you guys' fingers must have been looking like George Jetson's, you know, for swollen. Man,
well,
that's crazy.
Here's where the 8 backers helped us for a little bit. No one saw it. I wasn't the one sending emails out yet. We didn't.
Oh, nice.
Like very few people knew about it for the first couple of hours, and then we put it out. And I mean, it was like really slow. And then all of a sudden, what was saving us was a couple people wanted to draw me in, which I think Barbara at Fan-Based Press mentioned. You might want to do some draw-me-ins. People might.
Yeah, people love that. Yeah,
and that's a great. Like, oh, that's cool. Hey, Josh, what do you think about that? Will you be able to draw them in? And he's like, I think so. You know, so we just kind of put it in, and you know, if we don't sell those in the first couple of days to like get it going, then it I don't know, gets a little bit of a. I'm not going to say a stink about it, but people are wondering at that point. Like if you have an extremely low number at the end of your first day and they're like, oh, they're not going to make it. I'm not going to donate because they're not going to make it. The money's just going to come back to me. So that's bad. Take the time to get a great landing page, a pre-launch page, and populate it with some backers. They can be friends, but they got to all know about it the first day. And
at least share on day one as much as they can and support.
Yes, and they gotta tell, and you have to tell them, my God, I need you to donate on the first day. Don't put it off for a week because it really helps us if you do it the first day.
Put down that darn Starbucks and go fund my book right now on Kickstarter. All right, that is what it is, family. You can skip Starbucks for a day, family and friends, a donut. It might do you good, you know what I mean? Because it's winter time. We're gonna be packing in those calories right now.
The other
let's
kind
save
of
some money
that Josh and I did, although we weren't able to put even now we weren't able to put in a support thing, you know, where it says supported for $1, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want a bunch of those dollar supporters. I just want eyeballs on the thing because we're gonna give away some prizes and stuff like that as we go further. But I wanted to just put in put in at least $1, and we had a page at the end of this thing where it says all of our Kickstarters on the Wall of Fame. So you put in $1, you get your name in the book.
Hey, folks, you hear this?
That's happening, right?
You know what? Not many people do that. So salute to you. Not many. Most dollar thing is in
back cover. We use the back cover or the front cover. I forget which one. And everybody that was a backer has their name in it in the order, and like that when we pressed go.
Gotcha.
And we didn't even know that this time. We didn't know it went live because I was like, okay, I got to write a what do you call it? An update for my friends to tell everybody about it. And suddenly we got 2 and 3 donations because there's a thing about being first, which we didn't know.
Yes.
Yeah. So they're like, yes, I'm first. And these guys put me first in the thing. Right. So we're like, apparently Kickstarter says, a project you've been watching has now gone live. Right.
Yeah.
We didn't know it did that. And this is number 2. So
wow, crazy.
We're still learning.
Yeah, and it's all right. And before we go, I definitely want to do a quick rundown, folks, because the project is live, all right? And that's the link right there again, area51comic.com/KS. Look, again, you could pledge, put $1 in. I mean, even though he says no reward, but he already told you, he blew the surprise. Even you dollar back, you have your name.
We can't change that. It says make a pledge without a reward. I'm like, make a pledge for $1 or more, anything, and you will get your name in the book on the back or wall of fame.
And then look at this, is that secret again, and in these links, folks, that are in the show notes. All right, the secret printed comic, $12, 2 items included. There are optional add-ons, like of course getting one, so that way you can complete your collection. I mean, that's for $12. You can start it off the digital at $6, one item included. Of course, optional add-ons as well. You want to get print and smell that ink, and really enjoy Josh's artwork and put it up to the light and be like, damn, look how dope that is. Listen, they start at $15 right here. Printed comics, 2 items included. Optional add-ons. All of them got the optional add-ons. He got a digital deal. What's the digital deluxe?
The digital deluxe comes with original artwork, pencils. It comes with some of our concept design art. So it's got a lot of extras that you don't get in any of the other in any of the other print stuff. So it's kind of jam packed with a lot of goodies.
Ooh, and then you get the Ramadelli variant right there for $19. Yo, Livio's artwork is off the chain, so yo, that's pretty dope. You got him on that one. Then you got my man Star Wars parody, which is amazing.
Oh, yeah,
love it, bro, love it. Then you got the Catch Me Up, printed comics against Smell the Ink, man. Print. Physical media is where it's at, folks. Right there, $25 right there. Getting them all in, get everything. All right, $60, baby, easy peasy. They have a collector's bundle. This is 1 and 2. I mean, with the variants for $90. Yep. Again, all this stuff is gonna be coming to you for Christmas. So think about this: a great gift for the nerd in your life, your comic book geek, your reader, those that love sci-fi. Let's get into it. Then look, drawn into the comic, starting at $250. Now, that's an amazing gift to give someone, I think. For real. So how does this one work? Because again, there's only 2 left of 3, so not much room there. So Josh was like, how does this work? Like, are you gonna put them in a scene cover, or is it a surprise type of thing for this?
Kind of a combination. So they're gonna show up in the book as a character that is on the page. We try to give them lines if we can, and so they're gonna be part of the story as opposed to just like a background character only. So they're going to be in there, and then with that you will get all the variant covers as well. So like it's kind of a whole package deal.
Yeah, like I got 6 items included, additional add-ons. You're going to be in the book. And now, Leah, for you guys to feel sad, these are all the stuff that you missed out on. Amazing deals. But guess what? If you use that secret code, you can still land some dope deals right there, right? So go ahead.
Well, if you sign up, so we're gonna run that same sale again, which was the first 2 days. All tiers were 20% off. Everything, which nobody does. In fact, you're like, oh yeah, 2 out of the 3 of the draw me ins are available. Wrong. This is a mistake that Josh and I made. We had the sale one, and if you look at the sale draw me in for 200, all 3 of those sold. So
that's it. Done. It's done.
So we've already got 4 draw me ins, and there's 2 left. Yeah.
They're not playing, folks. They're not. Look, yeah, it's right. Look at
that. That's it, man.
Not playing, on the deal.
Yeah, so the deal,
that.
if you sign up when we come out with 3, I'm sure we're gonna have a catch me up and stuff like that. Or whatever. You can do whatever you want, but it'll either be a 24 or a 48-hour sale, where if you get in the first 2 days, you get that. And then other ones is just catch as catch can. Like these are 2 specific categories. One is for print book number 2. If you have number 1, it's an excellent deal to do this. And this doesn't go away until we end in 15 days. The other one's the catch me up. If you've never heard of us, you want to get 1 and 2 in a print thing, Josh can sign it for you. As I said, the books are going to him in Arizona. So you get the artist signature, but you won't get my signature because I'm in LA. unless whatever.
We'll grab yours at a convention, right? Like,
yeah. Well,
right.
you will
show up. Yeah, we'll be there.
Once we do, like, if we do WonderCon, then we will be able to sign everything, obviously. But we can't mail like 200 comics 2 places, because then it just skews everything. Then we really start losing. Right? We did. We don't like that when people charge like $8 or $9 for the shipping, we're like, man, let's not do that. It's $5. And if someone buys like this big bundle, well, we're just going to eat 70 cents or $1.50 or something on it. I'd rather it's $5. That's fair. I think other people, or Josh thinks other people aren't using media mail. Because media mail.
Absolutely right. That's
media
the problem.
Mail gets it done for about $4.70 or $4.30.
Yes, $4.70. I did it the other day because
Right.
I have old books that I sell to people, and somebody purchased, and media mail is the first thing they choose. And all right, they'll go to the post office, media mail it is, and it's a bargain for them, for me. Everybody wins.
We don't want to make money on postage. I hate when companies do that. I don't think most people do that, but they're just not doing media mail, because when we checked into the shipping prices at first, it was $8. It was $9 for like, you're
going first class priority. Yep.
Yeah. So this was just like, oh, this makes it a lot better. We don't want to charge $24 for a 24-page book. Right. I mean,
that's what kills so many Kickstarter campaigns. Really, it is that shipping add-on. Like, you have such a great deal on the book, and let's say, for example, for our overseas readers, I mean, they get slapped.
Yeah. We can't even do that. Somehow a Canadian.
At this point.
Somehow a Canadian brought our book last time, and we were like, well played, but it cost, in addition to the $5, it was 12 more shipping to get him one book.
Wow.
Like, Jesus,
we're committed.
$17. I don't know how he got around it, but we have all the things checked of like only US, only, not even Hawaii do we send to. Alaska, sorry. Get the digital. Europe can get the digital,
Yes, I get it. And so we could deal with better shipping costs, otherwise, the international backers, when you do an international convention, because again, Area 51 Studios is going to be big. It's going to be worldwide, and you're going to be landing on every continent soon. They're going to be lines of people wanting to get that book signed, because it's going to be the next big thing, yo. I see it. Come on, now. Come on now.
Get it, Seth, make it so.
Yeah, we got some good weeds, Seth. We got sit down, we light up, and you can listen to Ernie's pitch, and I'm sure you're going to love this. I promise you. All right. Now, all right. All right, so this is what's next then? Last question. What is next for Area 51 Studios? Are we going to get that number 3 rule soon? Is it being worked on? Are we getting a spin-off? Or are we going to get the animated universe, maybe?
Well, we hope. I mean, the plan was always to try and get it within 2 years, do the 4 issues, and then bundle it into a graphic novel.
Are you on track?
Yes.
Yeah.
February should be issue 3, and then June or July, issue 4. That'll end it. That'll be 4 comics. And then we're thinking, since it doesn't require too much work, 2 months later, we're going to try and do the graphic novel.
Oh, nice.
So,
and what are you going for on the graphic? Hardcover, soft cover? Are you going to put a nice little sleeve on it, unique, with a dope hardcover artwork? Come on, you got to make this book look sexy.
That's a Josh question. I've always pictured it as a soft cover, but it's going to be, say, 100 pages of story and 30 pages of extras, maybe more. We got fake ads in there. We got process pictures of.
You know what I want to see? Did you ever see the Dark Knight book that was a graphic novel, but it looked like a Bible? It was a leather-bound edition. A friend of mine had that when it came out. You gotta look this up, and it was a gorgeous book that had gold trimming and everything. Like, it looked like a Bible, but it wasn't. It was the Dark Knight leather-bound edition, and I think something like that will be so dope for this.
Definitely. We've heard some people doing metal covers also. So I'd love to be able to sort of play around with some options and see what we can do. But hardcover and soft cover are both big possibilities. Like you can do holographic stuff these days, which might be kind of fun. So really after the book's done, all of our time is going to be spent on, what cool things are we going to be able to add there. And the neat thing with that is going to be like, we'll have 10 or 12 different variants that we'll include in that. We can even do print. So there's going to be a lot of cool stuff in that one.
I think you need to be, look, I think you need to be Batman, though. I don't know if we're worthy of this.
Of another bound, I could see the Studio 51 logo around here. You know what I mean? Area 51 Studios, and have your man just standing there with his cell phone looking at the script. Come on now, I see it. And it would be dope and different.
That's not a bad idea, man.
Frank Miller, possibly he's in the pantheon of greatest artists / writers of comic books, and that iconic story. I mean, it'd be pretty cool, but I don't know. We might have some options. If it is a print on demand, certainly metal cover is really interesting. I would do the soft cover, so it, I don't want to price anybody out. I mean, that leather bound one's like $100. I don't think people are buying it. From us. If we maybe if Seth Rogen is there telling you I'll sign it, but then yes, I would buy it then.
It could be a convention exclusive. Just a couple when you go to WonderCon in San Diego. For real, I'm telling you, people like rarity and collectability, and you really gotta push that way, because I think you got something dope with these alien designs that you guys are coming up with. I see toys here, freaky looking toys. You know what? It reminds me of the toys you used to get from the quarter machine that came with the ball. You could probably have them be like that, rubber, put them together, and they're freaky. Their neck, their legs, these guys shit dangle, shit like that. Little cool things, you know what I mean? Because I think you guys got something special here. It's cool, it's different, it's fun, and again, it is funded right now, mi gente. So again, for the last time, there's the link below, right? It's in the show notes, and the most important thing, get that discount. Yeah, Christmas is around the corner. You want to save a little bit of change. So, for my Crusaders, exclusive for you. You hit those links, you get to that secret page that has that secret special going on just for you guys. So make sure you click that. I mean, please follow my man Ernie on Facebook at Ernie.Altbacker, and on Instagram at Ernie Altbacker. All right?
Oh, no dot. No dot.
No dot on X or Instagram, but on Facebook there is, right?
No, there's no dot on.
Really? That's the way you send it to me. That's why it's separate.
Oh, then I screwed that up, man. Sorry. It's just I'm the only Ernie Altbacker in the United States. So I'm there on Instagram, X, Facebook.
You better never do anything bad, Ernie, because you'll be easily caught then. If you're the only one.
Yeah. So if you search for Ernie Altbacker in any of those four, sorry, no TikTok, too old to dance, baby. And I'm probably not going to sign up for new ones. I'm glad that the stuff goes on to Blue Sky just like automatically, but I don't really look at that. Send a message through Instagram or something.
Come on, Ernie. You got to do the TikTok. Those hips don't lie still. Come on, bro.
Oh, my God. My shoulder popped. It was like, it hurt. I'm going to have to go take an aspirin now, man. Yeah.
Aspirin. Oh, my gosh. And follow my man Josh here. If you want to see some beautiful illustrations, see what he's up to, man, go follow him on X at JW Illustrates, on Instagram at Josh White Illustration. And very last, for real, are you guys making any appearances? I know we're at the end of the year, end of the con season. I have one more con to go next week. I'm on a Comic Con. I'm gonna be hanging out with my man Keith Napier, Klepsy X, and at the show. Anything you're doing for this year, or it's a wrap?
There's a possibility I might be at the Phoenix Fan Fusion next year. And then we're talking about putting in for having a booth at it's the LA Comic-Con. But those are also juried selections. So like I'm not in anything, and once we put in, they have to approve us. So I'll definitely be there, but I don't know if I'll have a booth yet. So we're working on it.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. They're gonna want the greatness of this project, in their area. All right, because there's gonna be lines. People are gonna get mad. So ask for a corner table, so that way you definitely block everybody's booth.
There you go.
Mad.
I love it, man.
Yeah. That would be awesome. We'll see.
Well, I dig it.
Thanks a lot. We feel like we've already made it out just to be on Comic Crusaders.
Well, you know what it is, brother. I feel it, man. So this is a cosmic conversation. A huge props to you, Ernie, and to Josh, the masterminds behind the interstellar hit that is Area 51 Studios. So these brothers brought the heat, the humor, and the hustle. You heard? So it's got us straight out of the creative galaxy into comic book loving heart. So the Kickstarter, although it's funded, we still got 2 weeks to go. So don't sleep. There's still time to jump on board, grab those goals, secure your piece of alien history before the campaign closes. This is your boy, Albacker, baby. Reminding you to keep supporting indie comics, indie creators, keep chasing your dreams, and always keep it cosmic, creative, and as usual, wepa!